All right. So, Hayden,
Yes.
I heard recently that you sat down and you got really bummed out because you priced how much money you had spent on your YouTube channel over the years.
Yeah, I did.
And you realized you were grossly in the red.
Grossly in the red.
Huge in the red.
I got a little curious after a comment got really upset at me for even having member videos on my channel. That was enough to just rage at me because I was so greedy and all this stuff or whatever. I was curious. I was like, I knew that I was still a little negative for sure.
Okay.
But I wanted to. I was like, you know what?
Know.
I wonder how negative I am.
Oh God.
On YouTube. So I did. And I was like, I've kind of guesstimated before. For this one, I was going through like, let's go to B&H. Let's see my order history. Let's see the exact numbers I have spent. And Jason, it's bad.
Well, you have some really impressive gear.
I do. And when I honestly, only a few pieces of gear have I ever regretted, and everything that I've bought, because this is over a period of 5 years, you have to keep in mind. I was buying stuff for the channel years before I even started, probably 6 years at this point. 6. No, I bought my camera that I use, I think in 2018.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And I wouldn't describe myself as bummed out, but I'll go ahead and hit you with the number.
Well, let me just say before you start with that, it's like if you are sitting at home and you're like, let's start a YouTube channel, buying all the gear from scratch that like you or I would have accumulated, which is an obscene number.
Yes.
And the only way that it's real, unless you're rich, is to accumulate it over a long period of time.
Yeah. So I did spend a lot more than I would advise anyone ever spend starting a YouTube channel.
You probably spent more than me, but like, hit me with the numbers just in. Yeah.
All right. Well, I can go ahead and tell you right now, this is not counting several things that I'll get into, but I'll just say a number. $8,739.87.
Is that including games?
No.
Okay. All right then.
That's the thing. So this does not include any of the games I've had to buy.
Well,
it does not include any of the systems and mods. It doesn't include little things like clamps, cheaper stands, cables. Those things would all add up and would estimate in the especially the games would push it over 1,000. The thing is, I sell some of the games, and it's almost always at a loss. By the way.
Really? Oh,
yeah, because sucks. I sell them to move them because I need money to buy more games.
Okay,
to cover.
Okay.
So
You don't wait until you get top dollar.
I don't wait for top dollar. I literally just 1 week on eBay and I list them at 99 cents.
Dude, that's how I do it too when I sell stuff. Like almost always.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm gonna get roughly what it's worth for someone who wants it within a week right now, guaranteed, because that's what they're willing to pay. So
I would say that
think
only
too much about it.
That only bit me in the ass one time. Normally, it approaches market value. Maybe it doesn't quite get there, but like, you get like 90% of it. So whatever.
Yeah.
One time though, I posted a lot of like 20-something Wii games, and I think it sold for like $5.
Damn.
And it wasn't like they were all complete trash either.
Did you go through with it?
Yeah, I wouldn't cancel them. I would never do that.
That happened to me one time with a Yu-Gi-Oh card that was worth about $20. Someone got it for $3.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whatever. But what annoyed me about that was they won several other of my bids, and they just didn't pay for those.
What?
Yeah.
They only paid for the fucking $3 card?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know. No, I was pretty upset about it, but it was like, it wasn't worth getting. Who cares? Right. I still had the cards. I just relisted them and sold them for the same price to other people.
My thought process was like, well, I hope this is somebody who like is collecting them or like actually wants the games, and not somebody who's just going to sell them in their store.
But isn't it almost always? I feel like the people that do that are almost always like resellers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to get a move on. So
yeah. Okay.
Oh, and the biggest thing though that this does not count as far as money, and I think it does count, is at the end of 2022, moving into 2023, I literally changed careers so that I would have more time to work on my creative projects and not be so miserable. It was both of those things.
Okay.
And I took a very big pay cut in order to do that. And that kind of is part of the cost of doing the channel, but it's not counted here.
Yeah.
So the GVM 50RS was the first RGB light I bought. That ran me $239.99 at the time.
Wow. That is more money than I have spent on every light I've ever bought combined.
There you go. Okay, so I bought a Deity microphone, which was the shotgun mic that I actually ended up selling because it sucked and I didn't like it. It's used in my first 3 videos, and then I sold it and then used it to buy other stuff I'll get into. But that was $199, and I sold it for maybe $150. So it only came. I'm guesstimating here, but I'm guessing it was about like just a $50 expense.
Okay, fair.
So this is the most important piece of maybe my whole setup is the Ninja 5. That is what I use. Yeah.
That's your audio thing?
No, it's actually right there. I'll go get it real quick. It's worth it.
All right. The Ninja 5. What could that be? I don't even have a guess. If it's not the audio mixer, is that his camera? Why would a camera be called Ninja 5? That doesn't make sense. Is that some kind of capture apparatus? Oh, that's your fucking like fancy newscaster.
Since I'm using headphones, I couldn't hear what you're saying.
That's your like fancy newscaster capture bullshit, isn't it?
It's not a newscaster thing, but yeah, this is the Ninja 5.
Okay.
And it's a monitor, but it also it captures footage. It has lots of useful inputs and outputs. And the coolest thing is that you take a computer SSD.
How much was this thing? How much was this thing?
This ran me with the HDMI and the splitter that I also used was in the same bill for $731.98.
You know, the sticker shock is big with that, but if you compare it to like the fact that I've bought 4 different Elgatos, you're doing pretty good.
No, you see that I had two prior terrible experiences with Elgato for other failed projects in the past. And I was like, fuck Elgato. I'm never using Elgato again. And the thing was, my camera came with a limitation for 15 minutes for 4K internal. And I was like, well, if I have this nice high quality camera, I want to be able to actually capture high quality footage in a uncompressed codec. So I filmed, this handles ProRes. And it's part of why my camera shots look as good as they do. And then I was like, well, wait a second. I can't justify that just for the camera because I'll just play around with it. And I didn't know it at the time, but it literally would not have worked with how hot the camera gets if it has to record internally as well.
Yep.
So it literally wouldn't have worked out for me. And I didn't know that at the time. It would have been worth it. But I was like, wait a second. I could use this for gameplay. And it captures HDR and stuff. And it's just the gameplay is flawless with this.
Looks great.
And I don't have to plug it into anything. So this is one of the best purchases. And now that it's been like 6 or 7 years, they're actually a little bit cheaper now. So I don't have to spend that much anymore. The 2 Falcon Eyes 28, whatever they are, the 2 lights there and there. That ran me $320. Those were the main like daytime lights that I had for the majority of my time like recording. I only got that other really nice light within the past year. And that one, the nice light's been used for Ice Senshi Nicole, Getsu Fumaden, and Doki Doki. Only 3 videos so far. So
it's a very fancy light.
Yeah, that light and the stand. The Amaran 300C. So the thing is, like, the same mentality with this is I'm kind of all in. Like, even if the videos aren't doing very good, like, I'm going to keep fucking making them, you know, because I want to. And I feel good about expressing myself in that way.
You don't go for the cheap shit.
I go for the stuff that I think will last me a long time.
That's, good idea.
And so when it came to upgrading my light for that one, because I don't use it to its full potential yet, but in the future, this will always be a useful tool.
Sure.
And so the Amaran 300C and the stand for it and the mod that I use sometimes, the lantern, ran me $921.28.
Oh my God. On a fucking
that was
light.
Tough. The stand,
on a light.
The stand was like $100. So
on a light, dude.
And the mod. So like you subbed like 200. Yeah, I'm just okay.
All right.
It's bouncing off the wall, lighting most of me right now. This stuff is just filled to kind of it doesn't even matter for this because I'm only filming with, it doesn't even matter, but I set it up anyway. I have it. Okay. I'm using it.
All right.
The Manfrotto mini arm, which is holding up my camera right now for this kind of stuff setup, it's a magic arm. Sorry. $139. My camera plus the lens was
oh boy,
$2,500.
Wow, that's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. In 1080p, let's see what it can do.
Ooh.
Okay. Going back. Zooming out. That actually might make things harder for you to edit, so I already apologize.
My zoom lens broke. It doesn't zoom, and it's stuck like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the kit lens?
Yes.
Yeah. So I bought mine. Here's the thing. I was a little more economical. I got just the body without the kit lens because I knew I wouldn't want it. And I got, I did, the other part is I did so much research before I bought any of this stuff. Like that's the thing. I had gear video fatigue. I could not watch another gear video. So absolutely fucking sick of hearing about it.
Do you want to know what my research was for buying the camera that I'm looking at right now?
I'm guessing nothing.
Okay, I wouldn't say nothing. It was a step above nothing. It was EJ. You like cameras, right? If I wanted to spend less than $700 and buy a camera that would look better than my phone, what would you recommend? And
that's a great way to go about it, honestly.
I just bought the one he told me to buy.
That's honestly an excellent decision.
Yeah.
You saved yourself so much time and hassle. Like literally. You relied on the knowledge of a friend who does this kind of thing for a living.
Yeah. I'm just I don't know shit about cameras, so what do you think?
That's the craziest thing is I didn't. I didn't know. I knew that's okay. When I bought the Ninja 5,
yeah,
I bought it. I sat on the stairs and I cried.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at that.
No, it's fine. You can laugh. I fucking cried. I was like, because there's this part of me that was like, what am I doing?
You could always resell it.
That was always my cope. Was like, okay, it's not the biggest loss and that's the other benefit of buying expensive.
Here,
right? Because like I learned this from a lot of my purchasing decisions here come from my knowledge I gained when music was my thing and I bought lots of music gear.
Well, you know how expensive that could be, right?
That's the thing. It's fucking crazy. So the really expensive stuff sells for not much of a loss at all. Sometimes they appreciate in value. And so when it comes to like buying gear, I kind of pivoted and I was like, I'm only buying stuff that I can resell. That was a safety net.
Okay.
So you're right there. But what
imagine if Classic Game Room did the same thought experiment with the Omega Ronin gear he bought.
What did he buy?
How in the hole do you think he is buying the fucking electronic music shit?
Well, probably not at all, considering that Omega Ronin is more popular and successful than Classic Game Room. Did you consider that? And I mean, we all know that was, according to him, it's on more because it can be on more platforms than just YouTube. Anyway, so the camera and lens is painful, but that I actually bought like back in 2018. So these purchases are so old you forget about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The mic. This was the most painful purchase I had to make because, like I said, I spent $200 on that deity and I didn't like it. And after my first 3 videos came up, I was like, I spent hours and hours trying to de-shitify that audio.
Oh boy,
hours trying to like play with the equalizer because I'm learning how to use all these tools.
You are a bit of an audio snob. When we first started the first recording session, you were like panicking. You're like, dude, the audio sucks. It's horrible.
It's
like,
not.
What are you
it's
talking
not
about?
That great. It's not.
I'm
that
like,
great.
yeah, but like I don't even hear anything. Like it sounds fine to me.
It's for what it is. For how many people watch, it's fine. It's more than fine. It's more than fine, honestly. But that's the thing. It's kind of an effort play. Like if I was going through and I was stitching our audio that we recorded separately back into this would have died by now.
Yeah, that sucks.
You told me that, and you were absolutely right. And for some reason, I was like, no, I think it'll be worth it. But then after I did it for one session, I was like, Jason was right. I can't. this has to be the lowest possible effort to continue. Because, like, you know, we have other projects that we work, you know.
Exactly.
So, you know, okay, I'll move on. The Aperture Mini Light. This has come in handy a lot. It's like a magnet.
You got more fucking lights?
Yeah. This one this one came in handy for Doki Doki even. On the beach. It's a portable light.
Oh, yeah, I got one of them.
And it's like battery powered. It's not very powerful, but in the dark it makes a difference. I also used it for parts of Getsufuma Den. And it has some built-in effects. That was $99.
Jesus.
Here's the thing. I got that initially because I thought it could be a hair light. And I didn't realize at the time that actually the hair light needs to be really strong and big. I thought, because that's not a big deal. Just a little light on your hair, right? No.
Yeah.
Very wrong. But that's the thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I kind of do now. Dude, you saw in the stream, Rerez came in there and was like, so do you do this for a living? And I was like,
dude, what a compliment.
Literally biggest effing his production value is insane. I'm sure he probably, I'm not sure. Maybe he has help. I assume any million or not. He's at 420,000, but I assume any really big long running channel has help at these days. Because I've learned that most of them do.
I would imagine he's not a one-man operation.
But that was awesome to hear. You know, is literally someone who has only done this.
Honestly, I think you could get a job doing that if you wanted to.
The thing is, like, I don't know that I would want to. You know?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it would be fun if it was like a project I wanted to work on. I was like, oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
But, like, would it kill it? It probably would, right? I think it might.
I don't know.
I spent $160 on a backdrop I never used.
Yeah.
This was wrong because this was back. I just use a wall now, and I kind of like, if I could use a backdrop, it'd be really convenient, but I can't, so I have to reorganize everything.
Well, you're using a green screen, like the backdrop green screen now.
That's different.
That's different. Oh, different purchase.
Yeah, this was a huge one, and it was just for like reflecting RGB light off of, and it was like a nice one. Problem was, they had an option, and it was like $40 more expensive to get it with a big metal pipe going through the middle of it. I was like, it's already really expensive. I don't think I want the pipe.
What's the pipe for?
It's to make it so that you can attach it to stuff and hang it up and not have it sag in the middle. So I basically just didn't know what I was doing, and that was actually wasted money.
So that was worth. It would have been worth. Okay.
That was bad. The green screen Elgato's back behind me. That thing's really, really convenient. I think I spent around 150 on it. Or maybe like 120. That one was a guess.
Kind of a lot.
However, I did buy to that side of me a giant roll of green screen from Joanne Fabrics by mistake, because I'd never bought fabric in my life. Yeah,
that's where I got that. Yeah,
I didn't understand that the pricing. I saw like a whole bunch of fabric and it said $20, and I was like, let's get 9 square meters. Sure. Let's just roll it on out there. And I was too embarrassed because they already cut it out for me in checkout. I was like, they were like, oh, that'll be $140. And I was just like, what? What? Internally, I was just trying to play it off like, of course it's 140. Like, I knew that. Like, and then I was just like walking out of the store like, what? I forgot to include my tripod on here. That was like $100. I got that used.
Jesus.
That's the thing. It's also imperfect. I've spent more than this, is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
So the light above me.
You got more fucking lights?
Yeah, that's the hair light above me. That actually has improved the look of my lighting more than maybe anything else. It's not really doing a lot of heavy duty right now, but it's barely on even. It's really, really bright. I like it. But that was a birthday present. That was $200.
Okay.
That total's not included in this.
All right. Yeah,
but
cool.
The stand, the C stand was $150 because how are you going to hold it above your head, right?
This is ridiculous.
Get a C stand.
This is worse than I could have imagined.
Yeah, I thought you would get a kick out of this. So we started talking about this on Discord. I was just messaging. Yeah. I was like, wait. I think you would get this should be a segment.
I thought we were going to compare dicks, and like mine would maybe be, at least visible next to yours.
Oh, you know what? I mentioned the mic. I forgot to really talk about it.
Okay, you talk about your mic.
The mic arm the microphone, the interface, we got started. I was talking about how I hated the way the deity sounded. I was spending hours and hours trying to fix the audio. I remembered I looked at Sakina and I was just like, I'm this far in, right? And I want to keep going and I want to try the Mario video. My Mario video, it's the fourth one. It's the first one I had this mic, and it made all the difference in the world for me. So it was nice. This was also 100. I zero regrets. But the microphone, the mic arm, and the audio interface together, all of that, $1,127.48.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah. That's bad.
But this is, if anything, the easiest shit to resell. So that was the other thing. I was like, I know this is literally industry standard podcasting mic. I knew that. And that was also a thing where I was like, you know what? I see this in everything. I listen to people who use this all the time. I'm not going to go and like do dick measuring, like you said, on every single microphone and find the perfect one for my voice. Yeah. Would I have gotten a different one? I might have gotten the Electro Voice RE20, but this one has been so good to me, and it's solved so many of my problems, honestly. Did I miss anything?
Man, that's so much. How many? I didn't know how bad the lighting situation was.
I did. I missed things. So
what you got?
Well, this one is actually, these are the two biggest things, actually, and it's both computers I've bought for the specific purpose of editing.
Does that count?
The second one does. The first one is only a half counted one. So the first one I got, first of all, you do other things on a computer, straight up. But the reason it half counts for the first one and fully counts for this one, it fully counts for the laptop because I got that so that I could edit at work. Yeah. And that has made this possible. I'm not sure that I would be able to make it would take me a year to make a video if I couldn't. You know, sneak in. I bring it with me when I'm taking my son to my parents' house, like when we're going over to hang out, see if I can get any work done there. Yeah. I can get work done anywhere with this, and it's been an absolute blessing, and I love it. But that computer, it was
you got a top of the line
$3,500.
Yeah. You got like one of the best. You got like the best MacBook you can get.
I got at the time. Yeah, I got. Yeah. Well, just shy of it, but yeah, I went all out, and honestly, not a single regret. It's been really fucking killer. I fucking love this thing.
I'll bet it's amazing, but at the same time, I paid like less than $300 for my laptop, and I don't know. I was able to edit Red Cow clips on that while I was in Colorado. So
the difference between us there is you had an existing ecosystem of excellent peripherals to work with. I did not.
I suppose so. Okay.
So, and also I can't work on this at work. I can't take the Mac Mini. I mean, I guess I could. Well,
that's not what I mean. No, I'm not talking about my Mac Mini. I'm talking about my laptop.
Oh, your laptop. Okay.
Yeah, I have a Mac laptop now. I bought it used for like $280, I think.
What's the chip?
M1.
See, that's excellent. You could absolutely do work off of it with that. Yeah.
As I said, I edited Red Cow clips when I was in Colorado. So
yeah. So see, like it is really good. But yeah, no, I don't have any regrets so far because it's been a beast. It's helped me. It's helped could I have gotten away with less? Maybe. I'm not sure I would have been able to do that, pull off that stream I just did on the M1 Air. Maybe I could have.
But on like a fucking M3 Mac Mini? Yeah, probably.
This is an M2 Max chip.
Yeah, okay.
So cool. It's not like an M3 didn't exist when I bought it.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty new. But that's what I use is an M3 Mac Mini.
The screen is also considerably bigger and better than on that. Okay. And when you're editing video, it helps when you're doing the kind of work I do to have a really nice large screen on a laptop.
That's something I didn't even consider, but I guess you could quantify my stupid monitor as like a YouTube expense.
You could. No, it absolutely would count. Right. Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's like $1,000, so all right.
There you that's part of it is you can't just edit video on any monitor. You have
no.
Yeah, it has to be like within that range of RGB like color correctness and stuff.
No, I have one of those 50-inch fucking like surround monitors.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I have that, and then I have a monitor on the side that's vertical.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's my setup right now. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's just about everything.
That's crazy. I didn't know how like many goddamn lights you bought. That's crazy.
Yeah. So not counting the games, the systems and mods, the little things like clamp stands, cables, etc., or the career change, it came out to a total of $13,408.73. And I think I missed a few small things, but whatever.
That's a heart attack right there.
But from YouTube, since getting partnered, I've made roughly $4,668.86.
So the thing with this,
nowhere close.
Pretty much like with any hobby, is it's as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be, right? Yeah. I mean, we can go over some shit I bought, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
so
we could.
So the day I decided to start this channel, I bought 3 things. I bought a video camera, like a fucking, like you flip out the thing and you record, like a fucking like video camera, which I regretted getting because I barely used it even when I got it.
Yeah.
That was like probably $250. I didn't look it up, but like, so yeah, I got one of those. It was just like a 1080p, like basic fucking record video, whatever. This would have been in 2015. I got a Blue Yeti for my microphone because I just Googled like, what's a microphone? Oh, okay. I got that one. There were either like you'd only get recommended 2. It'd be like there's the Snowball and there's the Yeti, and I'm like, no, I want to do this right. Let's get the Yeti.
Let me say a couple things real quick.
Yeah,
I tried to start a YouTube channel back in like 2015 and it failed, and I bought a Blue Yeti for that exact purpose.
Hell yeah!
I was like, you get the Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, actually, I missed something from my list because I'm looking at another light.
Yeah.
That was $350.
Oh my fucking god! How do you have so many lights? I don't understand.
I acquire them over time. It's part of. I mean, lighting is a really, really big part of what makes video. The thing is, like, I still use these, like these boys right here.
Yeah.
They're kind of deprecated though. Like, I use them for waiting for Nintendo, but I don't so much for my actual videos.
What if I told you that I didn't buy a single light until probably 2023? Like any light of any kind.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. I mean, like, you can certainly get away with a lot less. Yeah, obviously.
So the third thing I bought on that faithful day was an Elgato, like the I don't know what it was, but it's the one that accepts composite input too.
That's a good one. You could that would still be useful unless you picked up that thing from.
I still use it. I still use it. I still use it sometimes. Like in my Madden video, I definitely used it for a big chunk of that.
Yeah.
Because it has the composite/component part, and it also has an HDMI input. Like it's got both. So I bought those 3 things, and I've owned. Well, I still have all of them. I have 4 Elgatos. I have the one that I bought then, and then I got like the 60 HD60 whatever that took away the composite component, but it was better for HDMI and the lag in the preview
one I'm
window.
Using right now for my camera, which I guess I also forgot to include.
So yeah, I had that one, and then I got the one that's like internal to like a PC, the 4K 60 Pro
that
or whatever.
That one is really, really nice.
That one kept fucking up my videos.
Really?
Like my recordings, yeah, it would consistently kind of fuck them up. They'd be choppy, and I don't.
So you just don't use it. So that was just a loss.
Yeah, that was pretty much a loss. I don't really use it ever.
They have great quality control.
I did use it like a decent amount for about a year, but like just too many times it burned me.
Their software sucks.
Oh yeah, the one that comes with it, it's like terrible.
Oh, just don't even use software is terrible.
Don't even use it. Just use OBS.
But that's the thing. The cheaper ones you have to.
Really?
I have the HD60S Plus because it's plug and play. But if you just get the HD60, you actually have to use the Elgato software. It can't work.
Yeah, I think my old one, I do need to use the software. It doesn't work with OBS, like the first one I bought, but like all the other ones I bought, you can. So, and then the one that I use now, which I'm actually really happy with because it the thing with like the 60 is like I felt like I always needed to reset it, or like I would just have issues with the signal. And like it just I have to play with the wires all the time to get it to work. But my newest one I don't. It's like if you just go to I don't know what it's called, but if you just go to the website and buy like the basic one now, like that's what I have.
Okay.
It's like
they changed their naming conventions and stuff.
It's like a weird trapezoid and all the ports are in the back.
Yeah, the trapezoid.
Yeah, that's the one I use now, and I have no complaints. That one's really good. That one has been really good to me. So,
okay.
What else did I buy? Like I could talk about my lights. I have two of them because one of them I just leave here for waiting for Nintendo. I just leave it in the corner of my room. But I can actually hold it. Oh no!
Well, I told you. I saw you do when you sent me part of like your recording setup before you were recording one of your videos.
Yeah.
You were doing something smart, and you were refracting the light off of the ceiling and turning it really bright.
It's literally a $20 Home Depot light. Yeah, I have two of them now, and yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. And then I also have these like panels that I bought at Walmart for I think $20, and it came professional. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like when you go down the fucking aisle and it sells those. Yeah. I have two of those, but I've bought a few sets of those over the years because they crap out. Yeah. Those things break pretty easy. So I've probably bought like three or four sets of those over the years. Mm-hmm. And I'm due for another one too because like they're kind of fucked. Like the stands that they're on are completely fucked. You probably can't see. Like this is broken. This is broken. Threading. Yeah. Yes. It's broken on both of mine. Actually, let me show you what I got going on now for the other one. I got it's on fucking chopsticks taped to the tripod. And it's just like, well, I'll tape it like up here. We got
a James Rolfe behind the situation going on with that one.
So this is my like off light. The way I light stuff is I have like the reflecting shit on one side of me.
Yeah.
And then to cover the shadow, I'll have this one on the other side of me.
The fill light. Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, because then I have a third light that's like behind me. Yeah. And I either use this other panel or I use this portable light that I paid $8 for at Walmart.
There you go.
And it's just like that.
That was so bright. With the camera, it made me like feel like I had to turn away. Yeah.
If you go down the lighting aisle of Walmart, they're so cheap. And yeah, I just bought the cheapest fucking lights you can buy, and I don't know, they work okay. I have no complaints. So. Yeah, what else? The camera was like 600 something bucks. Then I bought a lens, which was like a couple $100.
The camera is the biggest expense for most starting YouTubers.
The thing is, like, I just used my phone for years, and my phone's fine.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can, but I feel like...
Yeah, go ahead. I noticed is when I bought my video camera when I first started, is that I couldn't really tell the difference between that and my Galaxy S2. They looked basically the same to me, so I'm like, why did I buy this stupid thing? Yeah. I just used my phone. And I continued to use my phone until about 2 years ago. About a year and a half ago, maybe. And that's when I bought this camera that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
So
the lens is what makes all the difference. You can do things with a real camera that you can't. They've gotten so good though. Like yes, you absolutely just start with your phone. I mean, if you want to get started, just start with your phone.
I've never owned an iPhone. Like, I've always been Android. My next phone's going to be an iPhone, but, like, I've always done Android. And I guess they've always been a little shittier than iPhones. But even they're still pretty good. The absolute
top-of-the-line Androids usually have better specs and have things that are much better about them, but you are paying that price.
But also, like, I don't have the top. I have a weird flip phone, and the camera's not as good on this thing as, like, a regular Android. So
you got the foldable screen.
It doesn't work though. Like I need to keep it like this. If I fold it, then it like even just a little, the phone will shut off.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had this phone for a few years now though, so it's like, yeah, it happens.
One thing, so I'm just not a phone guy. I'll be straight up. But I got an iPhone in high school, my senior year. and because I think my dad got conned by AT&T. Basically.
Oh boy.
Like making him think it was like basically a free phone. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I've kind of just been riding with that ever since because they last me like 5 years each, and I just get a new one every 5 years, and I don't upgrade until I've dropped it and shattered it and like.
Yeah, yours was like when I saw your phone before you got your iPhone, it was the crustiest thing I've ever seen.
Well, there were so many cracks. There was pieces of glass falling on the screen. Yeah,
it was like actually you could pick the glass off the screen. It was that bad.
So that's the thing. Yeah, like don't let my list of gear fool you. I do not have money, and these are the only nice things that I own. When Jason came over for the first time, I did not have a place to even put the TV. It's just on the floor.
Yeah, it's just on the ground.
We didn't have any furniture, like whatever. And
you're right. Your living room is just 2 chairs. That's what.
So like these purchases and stuff were made before a child was in the picture. We have a lot more stuff to move around now, but
yeah.
But yeah, basically that's how I spent my money. Is just like I really, really want to work on the channel and work on videos.
Yeah. So my microphone history, I went from the Blue Yeti to this thing in like 2020 or 2021 or something.
Your mic sounds great. It really
this
does.
is an AT 2020. It was, I think, $80, but it was a big deal for me because it wasn't USB, and I was super nervous about that.
You got to buy an interface.
I had to buy an interface, and that was another like $80.
Yeah,
which it actually, the first one I bought actually broke, and I bought the exact same one again. So it was like the double that, I guess.
That's risky.
And I didn't even buy it online. I bought it in person at a micro center because I lived in Texas, and that was a thing I could do because I lived like 30 minutes from a micro center. And then eventually, probably about a year ago, I bought this mic, the like on camera mic.
Yeah, that one has done a lot of good. It sounds good, honestly. I've been looking to get like a clip-on mic for the other kinds of situations. I just use my phone right now.
When I first got it, I was so disappointed with the audio quality. I thought it sounded so fucking terrible no matter what settings I used. But then once you actually like massage it and get it into the video, it's fine. Like, it's whatever.
So it's kind of a pain to work with then?
I don't know if it's a pain. It's just like I was not impressed with the audio quality at all when I first got them. And I regretted these at first, and then I kind of learned to live with them.
One thing I'll say, if there are any new or aspiring YouTubers watching, I would just stay away from shotgun mics. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. They're like, if you don't have a sound treated environment or room, I feel like you're going to have a bad time.
For the longest time, I just talked into this mic on camera. I just used the same mic. And then, like probably about a year ago, I got the on-camera bullshit. So,
now also a lot of nicer phones have really good microphones. Like my Getsu Fumiden video, you said you thought the audio sounded pretty good when I was in the field. And that was just me talking. Yeah. And the direct, like my phone was just sitting in my lap and it was picking up pretty good, actually.
You can get away with that, honestly. Yeah. Like that sounds fine if you do it that way.
Yeah.
I guess I can
all this stuff. Yeah, none of this matters for short form video, by the way. This is only for long form video.
we can talk headphones. I guess that's another thing I bought.
There you go.
I had like a gamer headphones that I originally had. Those were probably like $50, and then those got really crusty. So I asked Furious, because I knew he was into like audio, what headphones should I buy? And then he's like, buy these headphones, and that's what I've had ever since. These are HD 280 Pros.
Nice. I see they've been loved.
Yeah, I've gone through probably like 4 or 5 sets of these pads. They kind of crust off. Yeah. But the thing is I bought like a 10-pack of them on Amazon, so like I just have a box, so like when they gets crusty enough, I should actually probably replace this top one because it's crusty. But
I don't actually own a nice set of headphones. The nicest headphones I have are the standard iPod headphones I'm wearing right now.
Interesting, because you're like an audio guy, so I would have just assumed that you had.
I wouldn't call myself an audio guy, but I listen to the audio
compared to me.
Well, I listen to it on speakers. I listen to it in my car. I listen to it on my phone from my phone speakers. I try and see how it sounds on my TV.
Yeah.
On the actual devices people will be listening, because I feel like most people don't sit down with a nice set of cans. So
they don't.
So I try and tune it to just what people actually listen to the videos on.
Yeah, most of my editing historically I do with these, but my most recent video I actually edited with the AirPods.
Yeah. The AirPods sound good. They sound about the same as these, roughly.
Really, just because I wanted to get used to them in my ears. It was like I think I'm still gonna edit with my headphones in the future, but just for the sake of this, I just decided to do it. Just because new thing I just got, so whatever.
New thing, new gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the new gear feeling is pretty cool.
New gear feeling is pretty cool. For years I have wanted, I've been kind of just like, oh, I gotta get a new microphone. I'm gonna get the Shure, the meme.
Yeah, that's what I have.
But it's a lot of money, and I just haven't done it.
Yeah, and you don't have to. That's the thing. The videos sound great. There's really not a reason. I did it just because, it's kind of like I don't have to. I'm not thinking about upgrading it. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I might get another microphone eventually, because I thought it would be fun. Since my interface has multiple inputs, if you ever came over, you could just bring your mic and
I was gonna say I should just bring my microphone.
Yeah, you should, and we can do a live session right here.
My stand, it's not one attached to the desk. It's one that's on the floor.
Yeah.
But I did have one that attached to my desk before that, and I was just unhappy with it because I wanted to move it around. I would bring this thing outside, and obviously that wouldn't work for that. So yeah, I bought one of these, and I don't remember. I have no memory of how much the stand cost, but
yeah.
I got it probably in 2021 or 2. So it was long enough ago that I just don't remember or care.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of gear. The thing is, I lose money chasing games. I buy a lot more games than you do, and that's where I lose.
Actual collection.
Yeah, that's where I lose all my money, is that I have too many fucking games.
And it's awesome.
I guess. It depends.
And you just got a new one.
This is pretty hype. I won't lie. This fucking
Did you look at the manual?
Yeah, I've looked at it a little bit.
It's nice, yeah.
It is pretty nice. This is awesome as hell. I'm actually this is pretty exciting.
I'm so stoked you like it, man.
No,
I thought it could go one of two ways. It could go this is in Japanese, but I guess it's cool.
No, I mean, I have Japanese Super Nintendo games.
Okay, cool.
It's not like this is the only fucking one I have. I have a collection of probably 20 or 30 of them. So it's not I don't have any. I can just grab some off my shelf. Here's
let's do it.
Here's Breath of Fire. This is a good one.
That's good.
I like the art on this one. I got Front Mission just kind of hanging out here.
I was just watching someone play. Ooh, can you show that again, actually?
Yeah. There it is.
That looks like Final Fantasy art, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's square, so...
I guess that makes sense.
Probably, yeah.
That's
Makes
awesome.
sense.
I think it was a mech game, though. I didn't expect to see people.
We got if you play the game, there's characters and drama and shit, so...
Okay.
We got Tactics Ogre. It's a good one.
Classic.
We got...
That art is so good.
I'm running out of shit I can reach from here, but here's Shin Megami Tensei.
Ooh, can you scoot it over just a little bit so I can see it a little better? Other way. Perfect. Yeah. That's awesome.
This is an awesome box art, isn't it?
That's a perfect shade of gold, and then the dark purple and
It's a good one.
What's the back look like?
It's got the pentagram.
That's sick. That's not a pentagram. That's
or whatever it is. It's the Star of David. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's all I can really reach from here. So
okay.
Yeah, whatever. No, but this is I'm stoked about that Pac-Man too. It's rad.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
I'm trying to think what other
Congrats
category
on graduating,
what other category of gear do I have? I mean, I'll buy fucking bullshit
what about
for
desks?
I've never bought a desk.
I guess this isn't really a desk, it's a countertop, but I did make it specifically with having a YouTube setup in mind.
The one that I'm using now was just my uncle's, and he just had it in this room, so I just used it.
Yeah.
And before that, I used a $20 Amazon table.
Oh, you know what? I guess this doesn't count, but a nice chair to sit in while editing or gaming. Like, I mean, I bought this chair thinking of like, my ass is playing it all day editing this, so.
I don't think I've ever bought a chair.
Really?
They've all been like hand-me-downs and like gifts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though the one I'm sitting in is because I went to my grandma's house and she had this chair, and I sat in it and I just remarked, "Oh, this is a nice chair." And then the next time I saw her, she's like, "Oh, I got you the chair." I'm like, "Really?"
That's really nice. That's an awesome gift.
I have nice family members. It's
hell yeah,
insane. Just ones that give me cars, and it's crazy.
Cars and chairs and
yeah.
lights.
Well, the lights were kind of mine. I bought the lights.
Yeah, you bought.
They were just very cheap. They were like literally the cheapest I can get.
Apartments.
Apartments. I mean, that wasn't
in
technically.
High school. Yeah, that's a different kind of situation.
Well, that
that's
was. I didn't even think you were talking about that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I thought because the one I moved into after that was also like another connection. That was like a friend of my grandpa's who had died owned the building, and like he just knew me from that. And yeah, I got to live there, so that was cool. Yeah. So I don't even know my fucking like what other gear I got. I don't know. Who fucking knows?
We got a lot of gear, basically.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, I have spent a lot of money on the channel. I'm at a point right now where there's really nothing else I need to buy for a long time. And
I had a thought.
Oh, okay.
I'll spend money on videos. Like the most blatant example being like spending $500 thrift shopping, and like it's not including like travel costs and like gas and whatever. Yeah.
So it was really a lot. That really does add up. That's Well,
I remember big expense. For the Goodwill video, I stayed like 2 nights in a hotel. Like that was like that's money. Yeah. That's like that's probably $150. So like that I didn't stay in any hotels this time. Place. Yeah, I stayed at your place for one. Like that shit adds up. Like this most recent one I didn't. Like I went home every time. And then on the way back from Colorado I slept in my car. So
yeah. Like I bought a katana specifically for Getsu Fumaden.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever done anything like that.
Yeah, I'm tempted to buy a whip for Castlevania. I've been thinking like I need to buy a prop whip. Do you have one by any chance?
No. There's shit like the 3DO video I spent a lot of money on because I bought all the games.
Yeah, that's the thing too with games is why I didn't count it is because like I'd want to play them anyway, but I do buy them. I wouldn't buy them complete in box.
That video did so well. I actually am in the black. Like I made money.
Awesome.
That worked out. I definitely didn't make money on the TurboGrafx video though, like because I bought the system and an EverDrive and those fucking.
It was
power
quite
adapters.
The journey of a video. Though.
Yeah, I probably spent like $500 something on that dumb TurboGrafx, and I didn't make anywhere near that on the video. So
that's too bad.
Yeah,
but yeah, the 3DO video. I was looking at your most popular videos the other day, and it's up there.
I mean, that's why I thought the TurboGrafx one would be such a good idea. I was hoping for a similar return, but alas, no.
Yeah.
Same with like my new thrift video. Like it's doing okay. It's just doing like regular video okay though. It's not showing any signs of virality. Like it's the normal curve.
Yeah, I was checking. It hit 10K, right?
Yeah, it's at 11,000 right now.
Yeah, but like if I remember your Goodwill video, it was a little bit before it started popping, like over a week, right?
It took about a week. Yeah, it was like it was about after like a week. It was just suddenly just like, whoa, it's popping off.
Which that's stressful because it's like you don't know. Am I in the window still? Am I out of the window?
I'm gonna assume that this new one's not going to.
Safer to assume it's not.
Yeah. Which is disappointing, and it means that I
definitely know, it has a lot of the same appeal. I watched the whole thing. Yeah, so did Sakina. And she loved it.
As like the metrics are good, the watch time's good. I could get monetized and then some just on this video. So
yeah, there you go. That's a great way to like judge how your video did. Like, could I have gotten monetized off this video?
Yeah.
Like, did I get 4,000 watch hours?
Like,
I actually don't know how my latest one did.
The click-through rate day one was really good, but of course it's not good anymore.
Yeah, click-through rate day one is always a tease.
It's into the 4s now. Damn it. Yeah, we're fucked.
That's still strong?
It's fucked. No.
That's probably better than most of my videos.
I think the last time I looked at it, it was in the 6s. So now that's in the 4s. Like, that's a drastic drop. Oh well. Womp womp. Like mine, I think out of 10, it's 6. 6 out of 10? Yeah, it's 6 out of 10. So like technically it's doing below average. But it's, yeah. Oh well. Oh well.
My latest was 4 and wound up at 4 out of 10. So.
Okay. I mean, sure.
I don't post
average.
a lot though, so that's like,
Oh, I gotta heart this comment. Somebody said hello from Ithaca.
Hey!
I didn't go to Ithaca in the video, but I came close.
I saw several comments like this of people like remembering stores. It's
funny
yeah, because like
those are fun.
When you were closer to the Tampa area, like Sakina said, she had been to those stores. Somehow.
Hell yeah!
So it was just like it was a trip, seeing that pop up.
Somebody like nice to hear Cortland getting a shout out. You got to give that a heart. The people saying that I look like my mom, thumbs down though.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. I don't see it. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
No.
First look and glances, I didn't see it.
All right. Well, I've gotten a lot of comments.
Sakina said that she did see it. But she said she saw the resemblance.
Okay.
I see the resemblance. That's not necessarily, you look just like your mom.
I've got a bunch of comments like that, and it pisses me off.
Pisses me right off.
Pisses me off. All right.
Well, this one's gone on long enough.
Yeah,
so.
shallow pedantic. Oh, wait. Well, you got more gear?
Say this. No. It's
wait, I forgot the fucking most expensive piece of gear I ever bought. My damn glasses.
Oh, really?
Those glasses were like $800.
Oh, the recording ones?
Yes. Oh man.
And that's used in all your most popular videos.
Well, yeah, I guess, if you want to get, like, that is paid for itself and then some, because my Goodwill video made like $6,000. So, like,
that's amazing.
Yeah. So, like, it paid for it
that's
and then
more
some.
than my entire channel.
Yeah, that one popped the fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that was worth it. No, they really screw you with the lenses though, because they suckered me in. Because like the initial price tag is like, I think they advertise them for $300, and then it's like I didn't want the basic black, so like of course it costs more to get a different color, and then like I wanted to get prescription lenses, which was like double the cost, and then it's like, well, I already got the wallet open, I might as well get like the protected lenses and the transitions and all the fucking fancy shit. So I did. I like went ham on it, and it ended up being worth it. So
it was. Yeah. The one thing I wanted to finish with though was just that like there are very few purchases that I actually regret. I'm still in the red, but I still have all the hope that I truly believe it's going to cross into the black eventually. I think.
You think so? If you go long enough without buying any more gear, then yeah.
Yeah. No, I do.
I think all in all, I'm probably in the black, but like not by as much as I would like to be, as anybody would.
But part of it is just it's cool to have like a little audience going.
Yeah,
it's very fun.
It's cool to have this gear, and the fact that I don't have to like buy it all at once.
Yeah,
right.
It's funny. Yeah, you have things and ideas popping in your head. It's like I can do that. I can make that.
So you don't talk to a lot of like 18-year-olds. I don't either, but like I was in a Discord server that was basically just a bunch of aspiring like late teenage, early 20 YouTubers, and just the issues they were having with like gear and shit. And I'm like, oh right, you haven't been doing this for 10 years, so you haven't accumulated all the shit I have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I sympathize being in your position, but like I wouldn't know what the struggle is because I have all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it could be as simple as just not having a good computer to edit on. Like, yeah.
Yeah, having a computer you can edit on makes a big difference.
Or fucking our new friend Mexican, the Pokemon, he's streaming the Pokemon videos, roasting
Mexican.
him. IJP, I couldn't remember the letters before it.
I have no idea what it means. But
he was talking about how he was using a Dazzle to capture footage, and I'm like, man, that sucks. What the fuck?
What's a Dazzle?
A Dazzle is what they used in like 2008. It's literally it's like a USB stick. You plug it into one end.
You can't forget Danny DeVoid recording the DVD.
Oh, well, DVDs, at least the DVDs are clunky, but the end result looks good.
That's true.
A Dazzle is like you plug in a USB stick, and then the other end is like composite cables. And you gotta like split it and like put it in. No, it's stupid.
It's
some shit that nobody should be using in this day and age. But like,
I look forward to a comment from him if he made it this far.
but when you don't have like a huge girth of gear to pull from, it's like, all right, I guess that's just the best he can do. And I do sympathize with that. So
yeah, the videos still turn out well. They look well produced.
Yeah, I mean, you make it work. As I said earlier, you can be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. Like, you can get away with the cheap shit a lot of the time.
You really can. Yeah.
Jonas is a huge proponent of the $20 capture card. The Wish.com capture card. He swears by them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're okay. Like, you can definitely get by with one of those. Like, they work.
I'm assuming it's not going to handle 4K or anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, but like, it looks kind of crunchy to me. Like, whenever he shows footage, like, it just looks like jagged. It looks like when I use my Walmart splitter to capture PS3 footage, but like all of the footage looks like that.
Yeah.
That
doesn't sound attractive to me at all, but...
No, I mean, but the thing is like, it's like 90% as good as an Elgato, so like, sure.
Yeah.
And it's much cheaper, so... All right. Well, I mean, we tried ending this. End it again. Shall up and anything, like, subscribe, yeah.
Like and subscribe.